Hi, everybody. Welcome to You're the Operant Power. This is just another addition to the foundational troubleshooting videos that I'm doing. Jane's not with me today. She'll be back. We'll be doing our other videos very soon. For this one, I want to talk about looking for signs. This one is really kind of sneaky, and it sneaks up on you and you don't even realize that it's happening. So I'll just give you an example from my life. A couple of years back, I had a yellow lab who was, there's something called larynx paralysis that is, the story is that it's common with yellow labs. I hadn't heard about it before. Went through a situation where he had an episode that was similar to this where he could not breathe. And I just thought, oh my God, like it was the most terrifying situation I'd ever been in. Long story short, there was really nothing that could be done. Surgery was the only thing that could be done. That wasn't an option for me. He was 11 and a half years old at the time. And I thought, no, I'm not going to put him through that. I'm not going to accept it, actually. I was just learning I'd learned about Neville at the time. And I thought, okay, if imagination works, then I'm going to do this. And because I was so disgusted that something like this could happen, that he could, a dog could die, or even, it works for people too, right? But that they could pass away not being able to breathe. Is there anything more traumatic? So anyways, he also had some mobility issues at the time. And so I just imagined that in my mind, I saw him running, chasing the ball, bringing the ball back, and there being no issues with his breathing. So that implied that he had no breathing issues. So we would have people and other dogs come over, and he would get really excited, and he started having these episodes, not as bad as the first one, but he would still have them. And so I would go and I would calm him down and do what I needed to do physically. But in my mind, I was saying, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how great you're breathing. Like, wow, that was, you're breathing so smooth and so deep, and it's so wonderful that you're so calm, and whatever it was that I wanted of him. And then I dealt with the, keeping him cool, petting him, calming him. But in my mind, I was more focused on the idea that he was breathing really well. So we went through this a couple of times, and then I was kind of like, why am I going through this still? I've imagined that he's, able to run and bring the ball back to me, and there's no issues with his breathing. So why are we still running into these little episodes when people come over, when he gets excited, that he's having these breathing problems? So I just kind of sat and thought for a minute, and it hit me like I was looking for signs. So me wanting to prove that what I imagined happened, so I could accept that it had happened. Of course, if you imagine and accept as done, then there's no proof needed that it's done, because you know that it's done. So it can't be done and require proof that it's done. I know it sounds kind of counterintuitive, but so that day I realized what I was doing was looking for signs. And Neville is very clear that signs follow, they don't precede. So at that point, I just, okay, you know what? Fine. I did it. It's done. I don't care what I see. It's done. And I literally forgot it. Just never crossed my mind again. The next day, again, we had a situation where he would normally get pretty excited, and he did. And there was no issues. And I didn't even notice that there was no issues. It was just kind of another day at the office sort of thing, where everything was fine and we were enjoying ourselves and that sort of thing. And then it occurred to me later, there's no issues with that. That's my sign. It's done. So my sign followed, it didn't proceed. So I had to get myself to the point where it's done. I don't care what I see. It's done. It's done. It's done. And then that's when I saw the change come along. So I hope that can help it. Like I said, it's almost insidious because it kind of sneaks up on you and you don't realize, yet it will stop any manifestation. Oh. So that's it for now. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and we'll talk to you soon.